God, Satan, Nicolas Cage, whoever's out there. Please don't let me be destroyed by this community. Hey man, what's up boys, it's Bumpkin, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Listen, if you saw the title and you're a stan of Dream, just slow down a bit, cease fire, give me a moment. Look, it's okay. I have no intention on bashing an entire community. It's kind of scummy if you want me to be honest, but there are some of you that probably need to hear this. Dude, if somehow you were unaware of this situation, first off, you should probably follow my Twitter. I joked about it just about the entire time. But yes. John Swan and Dream got into it. Started off basically early last year. John Swan had allegedly went over to his family friend's house, and a young kid was very curious about YouTube, very interested in YouTube, wanted to know a lot about it. He was inspired by John Swan, and John Swan, from what he had said, decided to show him what it was like, being a YouTuber, knowing people, things of that nature. One of those methods happened to be John Swan showing the kid his Discord, just to show him some of the people that he knew. Clouded people, Dream being one of them. Not too sure what happened after that. All I know is that John Swan, I'm guessing, left, and he forgot to log out of Discord on that computer. Allegedly, of course. These are John Swan's words, or his tweets, I should say. But I want you to stop looking at that. Don't even pause the video to look at it, because we need to start from the beginning first. Now, in the subreddit that isn't exactly Dreams, but it does involve him, he writes out a message saying, "This guy is bad news." A while back, right after I interviewed with him for a Minecraft documentary, he changed his profile picture and name on Discord to mine and started DMing people pretending to be me. He sent people the N-word and a lot of other stuff, as well as sent sexual stuff while claiming that it was me and giving his main Twitter to vouch, where he would then, from his main Twitter, vouch that it was me and say that we were amazing friends and link the documentary to prove it. Once I confronted him about it, very nicely given the circumstances, he said that his friend had hacked his accounts and done it. I didn't reply to him and unfollowed him, and I don't think he's super fond of me since then. In response, John Swan says Dream has made accusations about me on Reddit to try and smear my credibility, so I will respond here in detail to ensure that everything is perfectly clear, which he did. And dude, I would sit here and read every single thing he said, but God, I just don't feel like doing that much reading. I'm not a news channel. I just want to talk about it. Just know at the moment it is a whole lot of he said, she said. John Swan did have rebuttals. We aren't sure if all of them are true. We aren't sure what's true. We don't know who did it. Dream doesn't believe that he didn't do it. If you want to go see the tweet, just go to John Swan's Twitter. It's just at John Swan YT, and you can figure it out for yourself. He posted the whole thing on the 15th, so it's not too hard for you guys to find. Now, after this happened, it got kind of quiet for a little while, and everyone thought maybe that was, it for a little while. Then Dream decided to live stream today. Now, for the most part, it was exactly what I told you. A little bit of he said, she said, possibilities, accusations, things that could or could not be. But he did a couple of things that probably shouldn't have happened. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. And we'll get a little bit into how his fans reacted to it. Now, I can't exactly show you the live stream because there's copyrighted music over it. Just take my word for it when I tell you these things. If you think I'm lying, I don't care, leave, I don't know. In, a brief little summary, he starts looking at some DMs, analyzing DMs to be specific, trying to look for some evidence of it being either John Swan or not John Swan. Now, people might say otherwise. In my opinion, I saw no evidence of it being John Swan. If there was and I missed it, you guys can tell me, you guys can, educate me a little bit, show me something I didn't see. But it wasn't the DM specifically that really kind of irked me this whole live stream. For me, it had to be Dream, this 18 million sub YouTuber, very big guy. He's made a huge fan base for himself in the past year, trying to overanalyze alleged DMs of John Swan, a YouTuber with around 173k subs. Now, why do I consider this kind of weird, you may ask? There's many ways to handle a situation. There's never just one, of course. And I feel like the way he handled this one, especially with his size, was not the greatest idea. There was another commentary YouTuber that was also involved, kinda, slightly, not really at all, Nicholas Diorio, and I say kind of mostly because it was more of a name drop followed by an accusation. Now, I feel like broadcasting to 300,000 people about how supposedly terrible these two YouTubers are for allegedly doing these things together as a team is probably not the greatest idea, especially if one of the accusations is just blatant and out of nowhere. But I mean, he did it, and by the time he did it, and I mean, when I say by the time, I mean as soon as he dropped Nicholas's name, he immediately got bombed on his Twitter with 2,000 comments, and that was all in the span of about 5 minutes. Now look, yeah, I'm known for talking about YouTubers. I can be a piece of garbage, alright, I can admit that happily. But I don't know any commentators that do it the way that me, Scrubby, Cyrus, you know, I don't know anybody that does it the way we do it and are bigger or as big as Dream. And even then, I've tried my best, especially recently, to remember to say that my fan base should leave these people alone, especially if I feel like they couldn't take the heat. In fact, I'm pretty sure I said it last video. Listen, I'm already making fun of the person. It's all in light fun. I don't hate anybody that I've made a video on, and I'm sure Dream doesn't either, but look, it's happened with him specifically before where he comments on something or says something publicly and his stands, not all of them, but there's a select few that will go and harass this person. Now, unfortunately, Dream didn't think this through, once again, and so most, if not all of the comments were Dream stands, immediately assuming that it was Nicholas DiOrio inside of that live stream. Now, yes, 2K comments of just, you know, the same thing over and over again, harmless. Right? No problem there at all. Everybody comes out of it fine, you know, nobody's in danger of any sort. Well, yeah, that's until somebody decided to say that his link in his description that leads to Storyfire is an IP grabber. Now, in case any of you are curious, oh, is this? No, it's not true. It was a lie. Now, I'll be honest, if you look at the Bitly link, that does look pretty shady, but when you click on it, and I did after the live stream, it takes you to Storyfire. Now, as I say these things, keep in mind, I am not blaming anything on Dream. I'm not saying that the fact that they spammed him is his fault, but I would be lying if I said that that live stream didn't spark something a little bit, you know what I mean? And since this whole accusation is kind of illegal, you know, that makes things dangerous for Nicholas. Now, thankfully, it died down. The person that sent it deleted it and went private. Did they apologize? No, at least I don't think they did as far as I'm concerned. And even though they did go private, the tweet still had well over 1,000 retweets, meaning a really good amount of people saw it. And you know, just like any rational person would, when you're wrong, typically you'd admit that, apologize, you know, say you're in the wrong, be the bigger person. Yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, they did what was kind of predictable and full commit still, except this time it was just kind of baseless replies, you know. The replies where they know they're in the wrong, but they don't want to admit they're in the wrong, so they just say really funny things like, any askers, I'm not showing you, but somebody just put pictures of their feet in there. That was kind of disgusting. Some ratios. You know, the usual stuff when people don't want to be held accountable for being incorrect. But you know, that's what's just been going on recently on Twitter, on Twitch. Real craziness right now in general. As I'm making this video, there is no further evidence, but if there is further evidence, you guys will know. Don't worry. I do want to make a video on the actual situation when more stuff is clarified, of course. But yes, if you were a Dream stan and you didn't decide to blindly harass my friend Nick, I appreciate you. If you did, please do better because it's only making your community look even more toxic. If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to comment down below so I can go hard it. While you're at it, you can also follow my Instagram and my Twitter. And you guys have a wonderful day. Peace, peace.
For some ungodly reason